everybody. Welcome to Bilbao for the Group C battle here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup between the United States and New Zealand. The Kiwi fans, the Tallback fans have shown up here in Bilbao and watched a couple of defeats, whereas the United States supporters have come and been thoroughly pleased with what they've watched so far. 2 wins for the US of A. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by George Zedek. And George, we've watched Ukraine put together another solid performance to beat Turkey. Now it's going to be USA, New Zealand, and then it's going to be Finland and the Dominican Republic.
Well, 2 more games, very different ones that we got day 4 here in Bilbao. Here understanding with Ukraine and first position at the moment, but of course they played already 3 games. And it's United States, Turkey, Dominican Republic, Finland, and New Zealand. You see New Zealand last 0-2, they haven't won yet, so not an easy game to start your winning effort with, Jen, would you say?
Not at all, and they'll still have life though, even after this game, no matter what happens. See the fans piling in here to see James Harden, one of the stars of the United States. Hello everybody, welcome to the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. We're getting ready for New Zealand, USA. Here are the New Zealand players being introduced to the crowd. And George, New Zealand, even though they're 0-2, they can cause problems for any team they face.
Well, they can cause problems, and they're going to have it very difficult here against the United States, who is one of the favorites here in the tournament. I thought that New Zealand played some sympathetic basketball. They played 2 games. I would say that the first game they were up to the challenge. They played some very tough basketball in the face of their opponents, but in the second one I don't think they brought the energy. So it remains for me interesting how they will assess the game today against a heavy favorite. It's not going to be easy. Of course they know it, and we'll see how they manage.
Well, I'm sure that the coach, Nenad Vucinic, is looking forward to this. It's always good to go out and coach a team against the defending champions. You want to knock them off. For the United States, it's a team that I don't know that we've seen any weaknesses yet.
We haven't seen weaknesses, but I thought that Team Turkey that played them in the last round, they showed them that if you play a perfect game plan, if you execute well and you play smart basketball, it is not as easy as a walk in the park. So I think that
Lindsay Tate to Fotu. That's good.
Good pass, good play, and you know that Isaac Fotu likes to shoot the 3. Just always hovers on the 3.
Rose quickly. Boy, 4 tall black shirts in there, and they finally get it away from Anthony Davis.
He's got such a long reach, it's very difficult.
Oh, look at Frank! Oh, what a great play. He faked the handoff, spun into the lane, but missed the shot. Now, Klay Thompson. Well,
do they punish you?
If he had made that shot, that would have been terrific. But as it is, if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, sometimes you get punished quickly.
I would say with the United States, it's more so it's almost all the time.
Well, Webster finally gets one to go down.
Look at that, the Tall Blacks just hang around, only 9-point deficit.
Frank. Davis denied. So good job defensively by Casey Frank.
And they're going to hold it, they're not going to rush anywhere. There's a small difference there between the game clock and the shot clock, but they're going to run down.
The final 7 seconds here. And the foul called. They had 1 foul to give. I'm not sure if that was the strategy, but he certainly did. So 6.7 seconds left.
Well, I mean, the way Harden is looking around, I think that he's not too happy about the call. Nonetheless, they stopped the clock, so now the Tall Blacks going to keep the ball for the last shot, I assume.
Fotu gives it to Frank. See if he goes hard. He goes right at Davis, puts up a tough shot. And what about that? B.J. Anthony sneaks in there.
Not a bad pass by Frank.
Now, I think it's good, but they're going to just double check on the monitor after.
I I thought looking at the backboard before it lit up, I thought it was well in time.
Here we go. Look at this, Frank.
No, there was a pass. It was a play.
Oh, it's close. It's very close, and the referee is right to go over and check it out. Here's another look. Oh, I think he did get it off literally in the nick of time. Yep, and the referee signals. Good basket, so New Zealand trailed just 27-20 against the United States here in this Group C game. New Zealand shooting it pretty well inside the arc to stay within striking distance, and USA have hit their threes. New Zealand have hit a couple as well. USA, perhaps not surprisingly, winning the battle of the boards at this stage.
These are one of the assists that we saw over there, 7 in the first quarter for USA. This is all a result of the fast breaks. The guards push it. They look for their big men. This is one of the spectacular finishes that we saw there in the first quarter. Kyrie Irving to Anthony Davis. This was a three-pointer by Kirk Benny. I believe they opened the game like that. You know, Kirk Benny is the undisputed leader for the Tall Blacks. I think that he's still looking for his shooting form that we used to usually. So let's see if he finds a little bit of his shooting form here today. He opened up with a three-pointer.
(27-20) here. The United States leading New Zealand in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Group C game. It's day 4 of this competition. The United States, one of the teams still unbeaten, and New Zealand have lost both of their games here in Group C, but giving a good account of themselves so far. And don't forget they lost a couple of tight games as well, New Zealand. Fareed goes inside, and no, Cousins just kind of lost his concentration.
I would say the rim blocked that dunk right there. I thought he was so high up that he thought he was just going to throw it down.
Fotu for 3, and B.J. Anthony coming in, but can't get it out of Rose's hands. And this time Cousins goes up and just lays it up off the glass.
He made sure that time, I mean, he wasn't going to throw it down. Some of the guys are laughing there at the bench, on the bench for Team USA. I'm sure he's going to get a hard time for that dunk that he missed.
Webster just lost it into the hands of Rose. And then Rose comes in and missed the layup incredibly. Some missed shots here for the USA. But New Zealand cannot be careless with the ball. And there you have Mr. Fareed. And I think Vucinic is upset because just a little bit of lackadaisical ball handling. They just turn it right over.
But I'm just watching Fareed. I mean, he's asking for the ball. He's demanding the ball most of the time that he's on the floor. Look at the spectacular finish. That was the spin move around his defense. Look at it right here. And he's going up. This is an incredible display of athleticism.
Well, timeout New Zealand. USA now up. Well, you heard Vucinic say, hustle back quickly, preparing for that fast break from the USA.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, I'm looking at the stats and the minutes for New Zealand, and already 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 players have checked in for New Zealand, so I think the strategy to me is clear. I think that Coach Vucinic wants to play as many players as possible, so the players are saved and rested for the last 2 remaining games of New Zealand in the group.
Well, not only that, it's the best way to play the USA if you keep fresh legs. I mean, we haven't seen Jared Kinney much, but now he's in the game, number 8. And he's a guy that can knock down that jump shot. He gets some space out there. Everett Bartlett passes over to Corey Webster. And Cousins called for the foul on B.J. Anthony. So B.J. Anthony's best game so far.
So far, he's really fighting hard there on the inside against a lot bigger guys. And he's making his presence felt, if you ask me. I mean, he got his hand on a few rebounds there. Threw some bodies around.
Cousins asking B.J. Anthony if he's okay. They must have given him a shot or something. So Corey Webster is going to bring it in out to Bartlett. Corey Webster back to B.J. Anthony. No look pass. Now Bartlett. Bounce pass. Oh, they worked for a good shot, but just could not compete with that shot blocking of the USA. Now Harden comes in. And he draws the foul.
He's so good at changing direction. It's incredible. And just immediately taking off and going to the basket hard. Oh, there was nothing there. Just 2 guys made sure that the shot was not going up. That's a double block right there.
Derrick Rose coming out and replaced again by Kyrie Irving. Harden has been really, in many respects, more of a playmaker in this USA team than out and out scorer, hasn't he?
Well, I think he's matured a lot. I mean, on that last national team that he was part of, I think he was looking to score more, but now he just wants to make sure that his team wins.
Well, Coach Krzyzewski has already said that he's a leader of this team, along with Steph Curry.
He's playing like a leader, for sure. No question about it.
Webster feels the contact from Harden. Gets the pick. Now Rob Lowe rolls, but can't get him the ball, and then USA take it right away from him.
That was a nice double.
And good hustle from Jared Kinney to come back and steal it for New Zealand. Now they might get something in transition. Bartlett, good!
Oh yeah, wide open, takes advantage. 3-pointer, 33-23, I'm sorry. 10-point lead for Team USA.
12 fast break points for the USA, 5 for New Zealand. And Klay Thompson gets inside and puts it up and in. Oh, nice pass from Webster to Lowe. They're really rotating it nicely. And another 3-pointer for Bartlett. You know, you can't have any complaints about New Zealand's passing game right now.
I think they are very loose. There's been a difference between the 2 games that they played. They couldn't hit an outside shot. Now today they're relaxed against Team USA. They're knocking them down. But unfortunately, Team USA does the same thing. Klay Thompson, just deadly beyond the arc.
And Klay Thompson is just a fantastic player. Jared Kinney. Six on the shot clock. Webster tries to get past Harden, puts up a long 3. It's good, and it back to a 9-point game.
Look at Webster, also inspired by the shooting performance of Klay Thompson and Bartlett.
And an and one coming for the USA. The foul on Kinney.
I think Kinney just couldn't do anything against Kyrie Irving. Was well in motion. Davis comes back for Cousins. It's about Curry for Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson didn't look too happy to be coming out of there, but
same for Cousins. I was looking at their faces. They just want to stay there. Big competitors. Not easy to manage all the players if you get such high-quality player at your disposal for Coach Krzyzewski. They all feel they should be out there for 40 minutes.
Low for three. And puts up an air ball.
What we've been talking about before, Rob Lowe just really likes to roam around the three-point lane. I think it would be just really suitable for him to go down and try to make his presence felt with his size. I mean, with his long arms there on the basket.
Curry to Anthony Davis. Kind of lost it, got it back. And Mika Vakona gets a rebound. Hands it to Penny. Over to Bartlett, who's hit a couple of threes. Almost, but Fareed with the rebound. Harden whips the pass over to Irving.
Nice move by Kyrie Irving. Finished it with the left, but the way he crossed over his defender was just spectacular.
It takes it up to a 14-point advantage. Penny for three.
They're not passing up any shots, I tell you what, New Zealand. If they have a look, they're gonna put it up.
And Anthony Davis goes in.
And Mika Vakona, he's not gonna give you anything easy. It's just in his mentality. He knew he was beat by Anthony Davis, but just fouled him pretty hard, put him on the line. Look at the finish by Kyrie Irving. What a speed, what explosiveness. Beautiful move by him.
Anthony Davis seems to have recovered from the eye problem that he had earlier. Back in. Kona over to, well, he couldn't get it to Kenny. And Rob Lowe unnecessarily turns into Kyrie Irving. Fouls him. Kind of a hard foul as Irving was running past. Watch this. He gets it.
He just stuck out his backside.
And coach is going to take Rob Lowe out. He doesn't seem to really be in kind of the flow of New Zealand's World Cup campaign.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, after watching the practice before the World Cup started, I was expecting a lot more from him. This was a little bit too high. I know Anthony Davis is a great athlete, and he just go up and get all the passes. Steph Curry will just do that one really high up.
He was just testing him to see how high he could go. So now he knows the limit. So Frank is back in there, but has the ball taken away by Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving has blistering pace, but they can stop on a dime and put that shot up. Terrific spell of play from Kyrie Irving, even after he takes the shot from Rob Lowe. Timeout. USA 47, New Zealand 29. Well, you see the bench scoring New Zealand with 19 points from the bench because they've gone to the bench early, and Bartlett's been terrific with his three-point shooting.
That's a clear strategy there for Coach Vucinic. Just try to play as many players as possible and save them for the last two remaining games of the group. So not a bad job by the bench, just coming in there, making the most of their chance with 19 points. This is Kyrie Irving just really being spectacular here today in a one-on-one situation on the fast break. I mean, what a great player there for the open court. Just pushes it up so hard and is able to finish with all the contact. He's able to make the and-one situations. Really enjoyed to watch him. New Zealand fans, a good group of New Zealand fans came out here. I was surprised, but tells you about the dedication and the love of sports they have.
Just because it's so far to come, I mean, probably follow them anywhere. Bartlett. But who wouldn't want to come to Bilbao? I was excited when I found out I was coming.
Incredible city when we walked around.
Pass inside to Anthony Davis. And the foul.
So Bukona.
Sort of funny as you see Davis and Abercrombie's going to come into the game.
I'll tell you what, I was looking at a biography of Mika Bukona. Now I know why he's so tough, because he played rugby till he was 15. So he's tough as nails. I mean, if you play rugby, you're a tough man. And his mother made him play basketball. She said it was too dangerous.
I thought all New Zealand players were playing rugby. You grow up with it, don't you?
Pretty sure BJ must have, but this is all about basketball. Basketball as well can be a tough sport at times. And you got to be tough if you're going up against the USA. So he wants to be out there. You can see he's got the competitive juices flowing. And Fareed just can't keep him off the glass.
You better put a body on Kenneth Fareed, because if you don't, he's going to make you pay for it. Kenneth Fareed just being instrumental there for Team USA. I mean, he's playing such a high pace.
Ty Webster back in. Out it goes to Penny. Pump fake. Puts up a J. Good.
Nice move by Penny. Really faked this player out. Was able to hit the shot.
Curry puts it up, and it was read by Bukona, but Anthony Davis was able to go up and get the ball.
Good job to recover the ball. The pass was a little bit behind him. Came down with it and scored the easy two. Nobody could reach him on that one.
Penny behind the arc. And Abercrombie gets the rebound.
We have not seen anything in terms of scoring from Thomas Abercrombie. He's averaging 20 points in the tournament so far. He's got 0. Hasn't really got into any shooting position.
Well, he played at Washington, didn't he?
Washington State.
Washington State, so a couple of Washington State guys out there. Klay Thompson guarding him.
And of course, New Zealand earned a 5-team foul, so US gonna go to the line every time they be fouled. So Steph Curry, not a bad free throw shooter, at the line.
DeMar DeRozan will come in once Curry, I believe, has taken his free throws. You know, New Zealand have come in here 0-2. They need to get on track. They need to get on track with a win, and at least they need to get some positive vibes if they can't get the win against the USA.
Hey, but if I'm Team New Zealand, I think that it hasn't been a bad showing. I think that they're doing a good job passing the ball, moving the ball, taking an open shot. They are thinking about it twice. So I think that they can take something positive out of this.
DeRozan and Mason Plumlee coming in. Ty Webster puts up a soft shot. There's Abercrombie flying in like he has done so far in this competition. Can he maintain possession?
He's going to hold on to the ball. It's going to be a jump ball.
So the jump ball possession arrow goes over to.
But did you see how high Thomas Abercrombie can get? It's incredible. I mean, his leaping ability and the quickness he can get off the floor.
So New Zealand maintain possession. Corey Webster is going to come in as well here for Mika Bukona. Bukona just doesn't want to come out, does he?
What a competitor.
Webster. He's got it back.
Off the foot of Thompson. "14 seconds to the shot clock."
Here's another look at it. He was trying to
cross him over.
Yeah, cross it back. Now his brother Corey Webster gets it over to Frank. Pump fake. And he gets inside.
Oh, there's the aerial artistry of Thomas Abercrombie.
That's what he can do for his team. What an athlete. I mean, he can really get up and control the ball after receiving it in midair.
Now Plumlee goes up against Frank.
He's going to go one-on-one.
DeRozan. Oh, beautiful stroke from DeRozan. He's a reliable shooter out there.
he's a reliable shooter, but on this star-loaded team, he just doesn't get enough playing time.
Penny from just inside the arc. He had his foot on the line. And Plumlee with the rebound. Klay Thompson was asking for the ball in the right corner. USA run the play. Thompson. Well, that's way off by his standards. Now Abercrombie. And Abercrombie can't fall asleep out there.
Now with Kyrie Irving behind you. Good job there by Kyrie Irving to get back on defense. Slap the ball away from Abercrombie. This is the replay of
Abercrombie.
Almost tip dunk by Abercrombie. Good drive there by Casey Frank and follow up there by Abercrombie.
Yep.
Nice athletic play there.
DeRozan throws it off the back of the rim. That was Ty Webster's first foul. He's a huge prospect and hasn't been able, until now, I don't think we've really seen the Ty Webster that we expected to see. So,
well, he's very young. He's still very young. So I think that if New Zealand qualifies for the basketball World Cup in 4 years, we're gonna see in 5 years. I'm sorry, we're gonna see a completely different player.
Three comes out.
Always gets a big ovation. I think all the fans here in the arena really appreciate the effort level that he plays at.
Yeah, Coach Krzyzewski appreciates it. There you see DeRozan, who's 2.01 meters in height, 25 years old.
Rudy Gay is back out there for Reed.
And palming is the call against Ty Webster.
Also one of the things that the referees have been looking for.
Well, the boos are raining down on the referees for that call.
Break up the play. The rules are the rules.
Plumlee has it knocked away by Anthony, but he's fouled.
What an interesting story there with Plumlee. He was there in the select squad and he played such a good basketball, made a great impression with his work ethic, and he was then added to the squad.
It's interesting when you put together a squad, and the fact he had the advantage of having played for Coach Krzyzewski at Duke for 4 years.
But I think that Coach Krzyzewski made it very clear. I mean, he has a core of 8-9 guys, but then he was looking for 3 more guys that would just create a perfect team. And they will not be upset. They don't get enough playing time. They will be happy to be here and just take the minutes that they are there for them. And this is Mason Plumlee. I see him here before every game. He's working very hard there with Coach Williams. So I mean, he's making the most out of it. Anytime he gets on the floor, he just plays very, very hard. Former track and field star in high school. Competed at long jump and high jump, so he's an incredible athlete.
He's got some brothers that play the game as well, and all with Duke connections. But gosh, he missed a couple of free throws there. Now 4 on the shot clock inside to B.J. Anthony, where he's been effective.
Good move there by B.J. Anthony. Without the ball, I mean, he found his spot. Made an easy basket there underneath.
Back to a 22-point game now. DeRozan's pass out of bounds. A little bit of sloppy play here from USA.
Benny Charles Anthony Jr., born 20th of July, 1988 in New Zealand.
So the J really, I guess maybe is junior. The reach, the knock away. So sloppy play by New Zealand. A good D from Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. Seconds to go here in the first half. Thompson gets in the lane. His pass.
Oh, that wasn't a good pass. I mean, he just threw it at ankles of Plumlee. There was no way that the big man could have gotten it.
Webster gets free. And again, has it taken away in that corner. And New Zealand get it right back, and it's Webster right at the end of the half. Misses Corey Webster. And the United States, well, you know, New Zealand, I think have showed flashes of really good play today, but they're down 57-35 against the defending champions.
It's setup. Gotcha. The setup. Ain't nobody can guard you out here, so just the setup. Quick setup, go by his ass.
If you look at the stats, of course, 62% for 2 for USA, 57 from the 3, so superb shooting there by Team USA. Not shooting as well from the free throw line. 23-15 edge on the boards, assist 12-6, and 12 turnovers for New Zealand, but also 9 for Team USA. So both teams they could use a little bit more focus there in their offense. The top scorers, 11 points for Davis, Anthony Davis, and Corey Webster there with 6 points. Kenneth Farid as intense as ever with 6 rebounds, and Thomas Abercrombie with 4. 4 turnovers for Steph Curry, 3 for Webster.
57-35, the United States unbeaten at the FIBA Basketball World Cup and 20 minutes away perhaps from getting their third straight victory against New Zealand. New Zealand 0-2, and you see the fear the beard signs. Well, there's a lot to fear really in this USA team. George, I have to say it's New Zealand have had some good moments in this game, but the USA can punish you so easily, you know, especially in transition, if you don't take advantage of some of those opportunities that come your way.
I mean, if you want to be somewhat successful against Team USA, you just have to take away the transition. So you just have to completely focus on stopping the fast break. And of course, it is not easily done. If I look at the stats and the players after first half, I'd like to mention Kenneth Farid, 11 points and 6 rebounds. I mean, he's been just almost a human highlight film, just playing with so much effort and energy. And it's just joy to watch. Stephen Curry, great performance for shooting, 10 points. And also I have liked the performance of Kyrie Irving. He was spectacular there on the fast break, pushing the ball, making the passes, or finishing it up.
Now, not to say that New Zealand have lost this game, but it's pretty apparent that they've got their hands full with the USA. And if they lose, what do you think about their chances coming up against Ukraine and Finland?
Well,
because they need to get into that top 4 to progress.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that to speak about them as possible winners in today's game, it's difficult. So they will be left with 2 games. And I think they will completely focus on them. And I think if you look at the column with the minutes, it's clear that Coach Vucinic, this is his strategy. He has used all 12 players in the first half, so he's saving the energy for these 2 crucial games that will decide the fate of the Tall Blacks. Will they go home, or will they book a ticket to Barcelona? We will see, Jeff. We're gonna be here. We got the best tickets in the house.
We do have the best tickets in the house. Coach Mike Krzyzewski has led this team since 2006 at the FIBA World Championship in Japan, where they were upset 101-95 by Greece in the semifinals, and since that time they haven't lost a game. They won the gold medal the following year at the FIBA Americas Championship in Las Vegas. They went to Beijing, won the gold medal there at the Olympics. In 2010, with Derrick Rose in that team, they won the gold medal at the FIBA World Championship in Istanbul. And then 2012 in London, the USA won the gold medal. And here they are trying to keep that great winning streak alive. But the New Zealand fans cause for hope, perhaps, with the performance of their team. Well, welcome back to Bilbao. It's the second half action of USA and New Zealand. James Harden, fear the beard.
Right off the gates, James Harden dead on there from the 3-point lane. Good shot by him. Didn't waste any time.
Abercrombie, seen a little bit from him tonight. And Ty Webster going up against Derrick Rose. Now Penny, that's goaltending.
That is, it's a good call. It was on the way down. And that's Farid. A little bit frustrated. Look at that one more time.
That's elevation.
That would have been a spectacular block if it would have been a split second earlier. But another athletic play by Kenneth Farid.
Oh, and the dunk from Mr. Harden.
Wow, did he explode on that? I asked for the dunk in the first half and finally got it from Harden.
Well, I was telling you he was more the creator in this World Cup, FIBA Basketball World Cup than score, but here he is. A couple of quick baskets from him. Low. And good hustle there from Ty Webster. And Mika Vakona short with the jumper. Quickly to the other end, Derrick Rose. Penny called for the foul on Rose.
I mean, it's incredible speed that Team USA can come down with. This was the dunk. Whoa. And right there. Look at that, how he just goes up and brings it down over the defender. No chance there for any block at all.
Rose, see Vucinic, not really too many answers that you can come up for with this USA team when they're in this type of form.
Well, I don't think he's looking for answers to beat the United States. I think he's just trying to accomplish something positive by his players as far as execution of offense, making some basic things well on defense, and just take it to next 2 games.
Abercrombie goes up and
it's partially blocked, I think, by Harden. That's rarely you see that. Team USA just slows it down, looks down low. Davis squaring up.
Fareed with the rebound and blocked by Webster. Gets it back over to Curry.
Look at the movement of the ball.
And Harden travels.
Oh, the ball just doesn't stick in the hands of any players, does it, Jeff? I mean, when they are double, they just immediately pass it, recognize the double team, look for an open shooter.
Then he comes back to help out. Gets it up to Vukona. Abercrombie goes up for the dunk. The two-handed variety.
Nice stuff there by Thomas Abercrombie. We called him a great athlete, which he is. Very lanky and quick off the floor.
And Lowe's defense forces a turnover. So it's Rose that starts here in the second half and not Kyrie Irving. Penny gets his way in and was looking to make that pass out to the perimeter, but Rose read it beautifully. And he's telling, hey, you got to tell me. Let's talk out here. Vukona catches it, goes right at Anthony Davis and travels. Harden, up it goes, and another alley-oop pass to Anthony Davis.
They make it seem so easy, but Anthony Davis, he can really get up there.
And Ty Webster missed it. Rob Lowe was there for the follow, but couldn't knock it down. Penny tries to get some space, and the kick.
Okay.
Oh, the number 4. So they're going to reset the shot clock to 14. There's the replay of Davis's latest jam and the creator. And there's Fareed. Get ready. Get ready. Well, couldn't quite get a hold of it to put up a spectacular dunk, but it was a dunk nevertheless.
And again, it has to play by Kenneth Fareed. He's just really playing with so much effort.
Abercrombie follows the shot. Harden, though, quickly to the other end and gets it inside to Davis, and Davis is fouled.
I mean, I was watching Derrick Rose fill in the lane. I mean, he was like a world-class sprinter. Did you see the speed? I mean, the way he got from one side of the court to another without the ball, incredible.
There's the foul. Lowe sits down. Well, New Zealand have backed themselves into a corner with 2 straight losses to start this tournament as Davis takes the free throws. And remember, New Zealand had victory within sight against Turkey and just sort of imploded.
Absolutely had it in their hands. They were up by 12 points in the last quarter and just completely came apart. lost that game. It must have been very difficult, and quite frankly, Jeff, I think that had a huge impact for them that they got transferred to game 2.
Yeah, for the Dominican Republic. That was not the opponent they needed for their next game. Penny falls down, 8 on the shot clock. Webster goes up. That was a beautiful play. And Vukona, now Vucinic is saying that should have been a goaltend because the ball had already hit the backboard.
Yeah, but a good follow-up there by Mika Vukona. Just always stays with the ball, never gives up.
And Davis turned away into the hands of Penny.
He got behind the backboard. He was surprised himself how far he was behind the backboard.
Here's Webster. Nice pass to Vukona.
That was a great pass, wasn't it? I mean, everybody was expecting him to take the shot.
Rose and Abercrombie. I think overall Ty was good today. BJ Anthony, Corey Webster are going to check in. Here's another look at the, yeah, that was one that was missed, I think. Hits the backboard.
Well, you got 2 great shot blockers just trying to block it. It's not easy to really spot it. Referees, very difficult job in a game like this.
Yeah,
star-studded athletes.
As you said it, they followed it up anyway, so it was insignificant. Penny back outside to Frank. Let's see what he's got from his 3-point arsenal. Harden felt the foul coming and tried to put up the 3, but foul was before the shot. 3rd team foul.
Anthony Davis up to 15 points. Kenneth Farid with 13. So 2 big guys of the United States leading the way in scoring.
Farid is going to go back to the basket against BJ Anthony. BJ Anthony's really distinguished himself today. He's been pretty effective in there.
I think he's played some solid defense, got some offensive rebounds. Look at the pass right there. What a spectacular heads-up play by BJ Anthony.
Corey Webster.
He just could not finish it.
And for the 2nd consecutive time in the same spot, Abercrombie reaches in and fouls to kind of stop the play.
Nice backdoor pass.
It's too bad Webster didn't go with his left hand here. Maybe if he'd gone with the left hand. Fotu going to come into the game for Abercrombie. Curry, top of the key, entry pass, kick. So
14 seconds. Yep.
They don't need to reset it, do they? Well, Bilbao is a basketball city. There's a lot of basketball played in this area. They have a team in the Spanish top flight.
Yeah, but how about the organizers? Did they just do a superb job of turning Bilbao into a basketball crazy city? The fan zone, everything. It's been an incredible experience, Jeff.
It has. We're breathing basketball 24 hours a day. Webster over to Anthony for 3. Wow, this is his game, isn't it?
He's feeling it. I mean, playing with such poise and confidence, this is the best game that we have seen out of BJ Anthony.
Derrick Rose goes down.
He took it hard there. Defense of New Zealand just lost the ball, lost the control.
Watch this. Here's BJ's going to step out.
That's what you need to do against shot blockers. If you believe in your shot, just take a step back, wide open, just knocks it down. Good play there by BJ Anthony. I mean, he's a powerful and muscular guy who mostly you would expect to roam the interior, but he's capable of stepping outside and hitting a shot.
Clay Thompson's off target, but Curry's there. He's off target. And then Drummond, who's come into the game for the first time, gets the rebound.
There was nothing left to do but foul Drummond. too close to the basket, but USA is in the bonus. Look at that, Jeff. 0 team fouls for USA and 5 for New Zealand. USA just doing a really good job, just staying in front of their guys, not committing any fouls. Always reserved, Coach Krzyzewski.
Yes.
Always thinking about the next move.
And that was Thompson who challenged for the rebound and ended up getting the points. 70-44.
And it was offensive rebound number 12 for Team USA.
Penny. Fotu. Back into the hands of Curry. Up the floor. Too much for Thompson. Well, they got to come down and help out. And B.J. Anthony does just get it in time.
Well, look at the American players just bringing out the pressure. Rudy Gay was out there pressuring the inbounder.
Steph Curry read it. Here we go. And the dunk. Not the most spectacular dunk, but
it counts for 2, Jeff.
Yes, it does. And I'm not one to point fingers. 74-44. Fotu scraps, gets it back, puts it up and in.
Good recovery there by Isaac Fotu. It almost seemed that he was going to lose the ball.
Klay Thompson.
He's wasting no time. He's been really taking some very quick shots today.
And the foul called on Curry. It looked like Penny picked up his dribble when he shouldn't have. And kind of watch, here's the play from Fotu.
Way to stay with that for Fotu. Between 3 defenders almost. He managed to find a way to score.
Another look at that hustle play from Fotu.
Showed some dexterity on that play. "20 minutes in the game for Steph Curry. 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid game.
Here comes Webster running off the screen, but Thompson gets right on top of him. It goes up. Oh, that was a little bit of, okay, you want to guard me? Take this.
What a play. I mean, some flying motion that Webster showed on that play. Hang in the air, change the ball.
Mason Plumlee goes to B.J. Anthony. Plumlee gives it to Gay. Good hustle from Mason Plumlee. Nope, not there, and Drummond follows it up, but offensive foul, I think, on Drummond. Coming from behind the push.
He's just too strong there for Casey Frank. I mean, he just flew away from him. I don't know if we're going to see the replay. This is Mason
Yeah, this will be
getting,
it. Watch.
Whoa, get off me, fly. That's what Drummond said. Or must have said. Just cleared out the area.
Nice pass back to Webster. Or sorry, to Frank. And it goes to Frank for the dunk.
Nice play. Good job by Casey Frank. He just keeps moving. And you know that Drummond likes to stay on the basket. So he doesn't want to get out and guard him.
At times, New Zealand's passing game tonight has been mesmerizing. But the reach and the foul on Plumlee.
And I'll tell you what, New Zealand is using their fouls a lot. They're pretty smart about this is the play. Look at the cut. Anthony Frank just keeps moving.
Frank has been one of the good players today for New Zealand, without question.
Him and B.J. Anthony making things happen on the inside, both offensively and defensively. Mason Plumlee missed both free throws there in the first half. A lot better shooting for him and confidence in the first shot here. 1 for 4.
Yep. Plays for Brooklyn in the NBA.
About 16 minutes in the season, averaging about 12 points. Not a bad prospect. As we said before, just really fought hard for the spot on this squad.
Rudy Gay's on the court right now. He wasn't even in the preliminary squad, and his agent contacted USA Basketball to say, hey, my guy's available if you need him after a couple of injuries. And they invited him back to camp. He was on the 2010 team. Webster. And New Zealand send 3 people to the glass, but the USA get the ball. Irving, and he leads it just a little too much to Plumlee.
And I would say the pass was a little bit too late too. He was picking up the ball. He didn't have a complete control. They just threw it behind Plumlee. I think they played together at Duke, right? They must have spent
I didn't want to say anything, but that was Duke's specialty there. Here we go. We've got Frank turning around and drills it.
How about Casey Frank? I mean, is he just remembering best days of his career?
He was a good player. He won a heated battle for the naturalized spot in the New Zealand roster against another former Duke player, Nick Horvath.
Oh, it wasn't an easy decision. Coach Wuching spoke about it. He said it was extremely difficult.
Lindsey Tate. And they're going to count it. I thought they were going to call travel at first.
That was a nice move, the way he picked up the ball, changed the direction. He's laughing about it. Or maybe the New Zealand will come away with some good confidence after this game.
Lindsey Tate has played a lot of games for the Tall Blacks.
But I'll tell you what, I mean, if they keep up the intensity, it's only a 20-point game at the moment. This could be a confidence booster for them.
Were it not for the prodigious talent, the promise of Ty Webster, Lindsey Tate might even have more minutes. He's a pretty good ball player himself, as well as Jared Kennedy. Final 3 seconds here of the quarter, and Irving drives in. Good follow, but misses the shot. Mason Plumlee. So the United States leading it. I think they actually lost that quarter by a point.
Here come the stats. Good shooting by Team USA. Not so good from the free throw line. New Zealand just a notch back. 45% from the 2, 32% from only 3 free throws taken by Team New Zealand. Big edge there on rebounds for Team USA by 15 on the glass. This was the explosive dunk in the 3rd quarter by James Harden. What a spectacular play that was. You're gonna see that 2 times. Kind of set the tone for the opening moments of the 3rd quarter, but then I thought the New Zealand came back pretty strong themselves. As I said before, I think that New Zealand could get some good positive moments out of this game, both offensively and defensively. Thomas Abercrombie also with an athletic finish. Interestingly, no player for New Zealand is in double digit of scoring, but you got contribution 1, 2, 3, 4 players with 6 points. There's Corey Webster with 8 points, so you got even scoring. This is a team effort. I think if you coach Wuching, this is what you have to do. If you come to the locker room and say, hey guys, this was a good team effort. Let's take it to the last 2 games. Let's not put our heads down.
Well, that can happen if you come out and put together a good performance, and they're right, as they say, you're never out of the fight if you've still got life, and they do. And it's a reminder, New Zealand are also going to play Ukraine and Finland after this game.
Oh, that's going to be a huge game against Ukraine. Ukraine won a big emotional game today after they...
And Ukraine will also have to play USA in their last game, so if they could get the head-to-head on that one, you never know. Well, welcome back to the action here. 4th quarter, USA on top of New Zealand, 75-54. Curry, Anthony Davis, Fareed, Harden, and Rose back in the game. Bartlett passes over to Fotu. Webster, Corey Webster, Lindsey Tate, and Casey Frank in the game for New Zealand. Frank The pump fake. Oh, and he turned a golden opportunity, perhaps for a dunk, and he missed it. And what happens? Well, they're not punished that time.
Almost looked like Steph Curry had a very wide open shot. He usually makes that one.
Tate. The reach. The foul is called on Curry.
A little frustration there.
Yeah, he doesn't think he fouled him.
The third foul there for Steph Curry.
There haven't been too many fouls called on the USA tonight. There's only been 9 fouls. Tom Thibodeau, Mike Krzyzewski there, the bench. DeMarcus Cousins checking out the action. Lindsey Tate off target. Curry there asking for an explanation from the referee who made the call, what he saw. All the referee can do is call what he sees.
For sure they don't have the luxury of this slow motion replay.
Rose kind of floats in. Now, Bartlett. Tate looks at his options, floats in, gets blocked, and saves it, but then throws it out of bounds. A little bit of revenge that time from Curry.
I thought that Derrick Rose just landed really hard after that last drive, and the shot that he took on his back was rubbing his lower back, but I think it seems okay.
Pardon. Uh-oh, another one.
Oh, yeah. If you let him go to his left and you give him some space, he'll finish it.
And if you rack too late, now the nice pass. And that time Tate makes it.
How about the backdoor passes? I mean, some incredible ones.
Quickly to the other end, the USA, the follow from Anthony Davis, but the foul called before.
I mean, somebody's got to pick up James Harden a little bit earlier than that. That's the second time that he's been just so open.
Casey Frank with that foul. Tate comes out of the game. Doesn't want to come out. Jared Kinney comes back in, as you see the replay.
I mean, it was a sure mental lapse there by New Zealand on defense. Nobody at all picked up James Harden. Sure, Coach Vucinic didn't like that one. Still a very comfortable lead there for Team USA. 21 points, 78-57.
You know, it's worth remembering these teams have faced each other before. New Zealand in 2000 lost to the United States quite decisively, but don't forget 2 years later they made it to the semifinals of the FIBA World Championship in Indianapolis. So New Zealand is a basketball country. Derrick Rose puts up a 3. And that stays out, but Fareed is there. And you got to be strong. You got to know when Kenneth Fareed is in there.
You're going to box him out. I mean, you just cannot give him any space to start running or start moving, because then he's so active and strong that he's just going to wrestle away the rebound from you.
Fotu hands it off to Webster, fouled by Rose.
I mean, Derrick Rose is just getting really after it defensively. This was James Harden. Nobody challenged the dunk. Casey Frank would have switched, but no defensive effort by him whatsoever.
Bartlett living dangerously, throws it into the hands of Davis. Get ready! Well, you might think that he will, when you consider his situation, he's going to be around for a long time with this USA team, isn't he? He's so young.
21 years old.
How good is he going to become?
With his soft shooting touch, jumping ability.
And New Zealand unable to get the shot off in time. So the USA turning it up a notch here in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes remaining. There's the guy that's been blowing the whistle. Occasionally you hear that whistle. You think maybe play is stopping. Harden steps back. And Fareed called for the push.
He's not happy about it. Seems like he wants to get every rebound that comes off the rim. What a competitor.
These guys are so ferocious. But I got to tell you.
Look at it. I mean, he's coming up just to guard Casey Frank inbounding good 20 meters from the basket. I'm sure he would love to double the ball.
Oh, Bartlett, unnecessary. And you know what that means. He tried to commit the foul to stop the play.
Look at the finger roll. The finger roll.
Now it takes it back up to an 84-57 lead for the United States.
A little bit shaken New Zealand squad. They just walked to the bench during the timeout.
So it was a New Zealand timeout. You don't want any sloppy play to ruin what's been a pretty good performance.
I think so. I mean, they play very sharp basketball for 30 minutes, a lot of positives. That's what I think Coach Wuchins is trying to say. Guys, let's finish strong and let's take the positive momentum to tomorrow's game.
Well, having USA put their top players, their first 5 back in there, with the exception of Rose and Irving, you know, it makes it a little bit harder, doesn't it?
Well, I think that Team USA is just so deep that it doesn't matter so much who you have on the floor, because as you have seen, all the players play at 100%. I mean, they just give the best they have.
I just see this 5 right here, and whether it's Rose or Irving, as being able to just take it up to a different level for the USA. There you see Fareed with the 15 points, Davis with 19, Curry with 12, Harden 11, Thompson 10. So they're spreading it around.
Curry with the rebound.
Rose back outside to Anthony Davis. And just a manimal. I think that's what he's called, right? And Anthony Davis with the follow. I think at this stage right now, Fareed is the most valuable player of this team. There you see Bartlett. Just because of the energy standpoint, the energy aspect. 5.5 minutes to go. The United States seeking their 3rd consecutive win here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, and Harden drives in. Razzle dazzle.
Going to be a substitution of all 5 players, it seems. And besides Shooter Harden, everybody, new 4 players going to come to the floor. Cousins, Rudy Gay, DeRozan, Irving. And if Harden's going to make his free throws, then it's going to be Klay Thompson. So all 5 players likely will be changed by Coach Krzyzewski.
Remember, Turkey led the United States 28 minutes into the game, and then gave way.
Just couldn't maintain the intensity. They played a perfect game plan there for 28 minutes, but not in the last 12. Yeah, Bukona, he's going to help with bringing up the ball. He's a power forward. Of course, he doesn't mind.
Abercrombie. Now Irving into the corner. Rudy Gay. DeMarcus Cousins chased that ball out of bounds. You know, Fakona would be, he's an undersized power forward in terms of height, but he's oversized in the heart department. He's going to have to show plenty of that for the rest of this tournament for New Zealand if they want to stay in it and advance to Barcelona. Rob Lowe misses a three. Good hustle from Fakona. We're just talking about his hustle.
That's what you called for. Oversized in the hard department. Mika Fakona. If he goes out of the floor, a lot of intensity comes out too.
Bartlett fouled up top by DeMar DeRozan.
So New Zealand stays with the ball with 14 seconds on the shot clock, 4 minutes to go in the game. USA 88, New Zealand 57. Still New Zealand player is in the double figures in the scoring department.
Well, Kenny can put it up, but he hasn't really had a chance traveling on Rob Lowe. Jared Kenny sags a little bit on defense. Now DeRozan, he travels. It's been a frustrating game for DeRozan.
I mean, he doesn't have an easy role. He just comes there for a few minutes off the bench, so it's not easy for him to get going. Of course, he's used with around the Raptors to be the primary man.
That's a good point, actually.
It's not easy for these guys to accept all the roles. I mean, Coach K spoke about how important it is. I mean, they try their best, but it's not easy.
Well, clearly, New Zealand came into this game as huge underdogs against the United States. But as we've remarked, they've had good passages of play, and the aim is to really be steely focused, determined, concentrated for their next two games. And I think they're good enough, without question, to beat Ukraine. Oh, nice play inside. And, you know, they're good enough to beat Finland, so they're right in the fight to get to that round of 16. But they'll have to do something they haven't done yet, and that's win a game.
I mean, they're going to have their backs against the wall, so it's going to be all or nothing.
Rudy Gay looked off the pass. And Irving almost creates another turnover.
Look at the pass there by DeRozan. Cousins up in the air, 360. And Cousins easy too.
Bartlett gets in, whips over to Fotu. They make the extra pass, and finally Lowe knocks one down.
Finally for Rob Lowe. It's his 6th point in 15 minutes. Rebounds to go with that.
Bounce pass to DeRozan. fouled by Jared Kinney.
Hard drive there by DeMar DeRozan. I like him. He's also a very young player. Can really put it down on the floor. This was a three-pointer by Rob Lowe. Of course, Marcus Cousins doesn't like to get out and guard him there on the perimeter, so there was a slight advantage that Rob Lowe explored for 3 points.
Would you expect all of these USA players to go back as better players when they return to their clubs?
Well, I'm sure they got some solid training there before they came here, and let's see how they do in the tournament.
0-2. Three-pointer's good.
I'm sure the competition is going to get even better as the tournament progresses.
Irving. And Cousins tries to get the ball, goes out of bounds. There's Harden.
He looks on, very focused.
And Cousins was backing down Kenny. Substantial.
Just kind of had him on his back.
Yeah.
Flailing there for his dear life.
2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. They tried to get inside. They do to Gay. And his shot is blocked by B.J. Anthony.
I mean, B.J. Anthony is just all over the place here today.
7 points, 3 rebounds. Anthony goes up for the dunk, and he makes it. It wasn't a dunk.
He squeezed it through. Somehow he managed just to squeeze the ball through and just went in.
So 9 points for him.
And again, a defensive play by B.J. Anthony.
And old Jared Kinney down there at the bottom of the pile underneath Cousins getting up. It's one thing to be riding him on the back, but another thing to be under him.
No, it's better to be on top of the pile than on the bottom.
Bartlett, low, and they fell asleep there. Quickly to the other end. It's Klay Thompson just kind of glides in for an easy one. Well, the USA averaging more than 100 points in this tournament. Right now they're not there. That would be perhaps a confidence booster.
Still a minute to go. They might get there very quick.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I suppose when you get beat, you get beat, and if you get beat, by more than 20, 25 points, there's not going to be much consolation in that. There's B.J. Anthony. You said he squeezed it. That was a good way to describe that.
That's a squeeze dunk. It's a new word
Squeeze
for the
dunk.
terminology.
Yeah, squeeze dunk. B.J. Anthony just. I think he might be in double figures now. He is. He's got 11 points, so that seals it.
I'm telling you.
He's been the
He's
player
really
of the
doing
game.
that. Yep.
Irving for 3. Well, they might just get that.
They must have heard you, Jeff. How many times has happened if we call something here? It's complete opposite happens on the court.
The curse, the commentator's curse. Bartlett rather, looks for faux 2. Bartlett for 3. Oh, banks it in. 98-70. And we'll see if that's how it finishes up. And Irving decides not to take it until after the shot, after the buzzer. So the United States win it 98-71 over New Zealand.
mean, here are the stats. I don't think we have to say much. I mean, we've been talking about the stats throughout the game. I think that we have seen an expected result. Team USA put out a solid effort. Most of the guys played at 100%. All Blacks, not a bad showing. I think they got a lot of positives to take from this game. And enough said, I think that we have seen enough. I hope you stay with us for the last game between Finland and the Dominican Republic.
المدرب الكوتش كي بجميع الاحوال بجانب احد more of the games.